Okay, so this month was full of movement in our family. Between Giulio rolling up and down everywhere, our jobs and friends coming to visit, we've been so busy. Welcome to this episode. Hey, this is Mattia, Kathy and Giulio, and this is the journey of our family.
All right, so last month we moved into this new house. That's my mom's house. All right, I think this is definitely the apex of packing a car to its most. Here, down there is full. All behind there is like madness.
Plus is like 60 degrees.
Plus is like 40 degrees. Is outrageously hot. But this guy is behaving. This guy is having a time of his life. And it was kind of a huge mess. Tons of things from before, all the things that we brought in here, a lot of crap to be thrown away. So basically we spent most of last month cleaning up this space, many trips to the dump site. All right, yet another car full of what could be called trash. First stop is in the second-hand store. Hopefully we can give a second life to these things and then dump side. So now, after trying to drop off some stuff at the second-hand store, everything that is left off, we came here to the dump site. So ever since living in my van, one of the best, most fun thing that I like to do is to get out, go into the city looking crisp, looking super nice, so that no one could ever tell, you know, the kind of messy, chaotic situation that you have behind you. And just like today, we woke up in chaos, a mess, paint all over, things all over the place, dust, madness. Yet, got out very clean, sharp looking, and I guess no one here in the street in Florence could tell that we're coming from such a
Mess.
All right, but let me give you a little tour of the house. All right, let me show the house. So as you can see, it's already like a lot of mess in here, a bit of broken things all over, but kind of an epic entry, if you want. I mean, some of the mess from before, but that's what you're welcome with. Then we have these nice, beautiful terraces up here. Still quite a lot of mess to sort out in there. And then coming through here, there is the lower terrace in here, top terrace in there. That's where we've been hanging most of the time. And here is the living room. This is the living room. That's where we mostly have been sleeping Giulio during the days, because this is kind of a cave. It's very cold, very fresh, and very much needed in this very hot summer day. Right, here is our very basic, very messy kitchen, very functional for the moment, nothing too fancy. That's where we've been cooking our meals and Giulio's milk. And then going out here, that's where our bedroom is at the moment. And here is really our terrace where we've been spending most of the time. So we're usually working from there. Giulio hangs in there under this beautiful tree that has been with me most of my life. It's very dear to me. And here we have a feature of this house, which is basically this destroyed wall, which we'll be fixing next month, hopefully, because this is a very big hazard to us, to Giulio. And this broke down a few years ago. My mom never had the money to fix it, so now is the time. And probably the highlights of this house is this huge, nice gardens. Not huge, but like nicely positioned. They all kind of on different levels and very much fun to be hanging. And here's another little garden, bit of a mess right now, but hopefully we're gonna fix it soon. Here we go into our little nest. That's where we've been creating a little space for us to chill, sleep, and take care of Giulio. Very basic, as you can see, little table to do some meetings, little bed, a wardrobe, very functional, very basic, very clean, very minimal, but with an insane view, which sort of cuts it for us. Right, first ever dinner in here.
What's this, chef?
Not fully sure, just improv.
Impro. Italian impro.
Kind of very, very challenging. I mean, I have my job, Kati has her job, Giulio is here. Now we have to clean all this mess, go to the dump site, a lot of coordination. Many long and very sweaty days. But now we're kind of through. We managed to set up sort of the base camp, if you want, where we can, live the next couple of months before we go to Colombia in October. It was Kati's birthday yesterday, and I made her this little gift, an open-air shower with an epic view.
Okay, so let's talk about Giulio and the million things that happened this month. He has mastered the rolling up and down. Now he's practicing sitting up and trying new food. We also finally got his passport, so one step closer to go to Colombia. And we also visited the homeopath. No sé cómo se dice.
Homeopath.
Okay. If you have watched our previous videos, most probably you know we've been dubious about vaccination. After giving Giulio his first dose, we understood that it was definitely a move coming out of fear. Because we traveled so much, we were afraid that being surrounded by so many people from different places, he could easily get sick. Fast forward to the homeopath, we decided to wait until September, a month before we leave Europe, to see how Giulio develops his immune system here. If everything keeps on going well, we will skip the vaccines for now. Lucky for us, Giulio has not been sick once, and Colombia doesn't require a complete scheme of vaccine for a baby entering. Giulio has also started to roll down so easily. It's fascinating to see him mastering the ability, practicing over and over again. He rolls even when he's sleeping. Many times he finds himself upside down like a sphinx, but still super sleepy, and it kind of stresses him out. It really feels like a program has been activated and his brain commands him to do it even when he sleeps. A couple of times he has ended up sleeping on the floor. We co-sleep in a bed floor, so even though it's not a big deal, it's still scary for me. This ability to roll down also opened the possibility for him to sleep upside down. So far he's liking it so much, his naps are now mostly in this position. We still practice tummy time, and all this combined is definitely facilitating crawling in the future. His little bump is going up, so I see he's starting to feel his weight on his knees. His neck is now super strong and holds pretty well his head. His arms are also stronger, bringing his chest higher. The moment he holds his bump and chest up at the same time, he will be ready to go. Another remarkable change is his need to be put in a seated position. He does this particular face that we all do when we are laying down and want to sit up. By trial and error, I'm finding the way to help him achieve this new big milestone. Now, is Giulio ready to start to try new food? It's been the question for the last weeks. Giulio is so interested in whatever we eat. We've been trying to give him fruits to taste by sucking, and he has been really enjoying it. They say before start with solid foods, babies need at least to show interest in food, being capable of sitting by themselves, hold their heads up with no extra support, grab things and bring them to their mouths, and have lost the extrusion reflex. This last one is quite controversial. Some people agree, others say it's not really necessary. The extrusion reflex is a primitive instinct of babies that they use to push solid foods out from their mouths. So, even though Giulio has not fully mastered all these steps, we like to support his curiosity by letting him taste and feel textures from what we consider safe food, which basically means food that he can suck and taste. And finally, we got the passport. It was really easier than we thought. We had to pay around 150 euros, collect some papers, and book the appointment. Maybe the most difficult part was actually taking Giulio's picture. Oh.
And of course, living in magic Tuscany, we had to take some time off and go and visit more the region. And it happened also to have a couple of friends coming down from Berlin. Dandy Dave came with his girlfriend. It was very nice to spend some time together. and also for them to meet Giulio and go and visit a bit, the beauties of Tuscany.
Okay, so that's it for this month. See you next month with our first trip to Berlin with Giulio and the building of the wall.